job search activities. And now I will let Marshall share with you his story. Marshall.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So I guess a little bit of background. You know, I like to always start like saying I grew up on the mean streets of Santa Barbara. And like there's not a mean street in that town, you know. Grew up with a wonderful, loving family. My father's actually here today to support me. And, you know, grew up when I was given every opportunity and given every advantage that you could ask for. But drugs and alcohol came into play, and then it was 10 years of literal hell, you know. And the ending result of that was incarceration, was a record, you know, everything that, I mean, to be truly honest, like that was the greatest handicap. I mean, not even the tattoos that I put on myself or any of that. It was once they saw that record, and you know, they would say, the person before you, the person after you, even if they were underqualified, I'm gonna pick them, you know, just because they didn't have that rap sheet. And so I came down to Long Beach and I went to Newfound Life, which is a treatment facility here. A couple people are representing me today with me. And things really started to change, and I got roots in sobriety, and I started going with that, but there was that one major problem. It was becoming like just another person in society and having a job and feeling a part of it. And I never quite, you know, I was out, I think it was 6 or 9 months that I was out on their job search program, looking for work and going to different places, and it was always no, 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 no. And Rick, one of the board members who's here, he introduced me to Charles in the workforce development. And Charles, I think the biggest question I never got in any of those kind of job placement things, and he said, what do you want to do? And I want to find you a job that you want to go to every day, that you want to be happy at, that you want to show up at. And that's what he did. You know, he kind of like smoothed the entrance for the job, but I had to put the work in to get it. And that's wonderful too, because he didn't do all the work for you. You know, I had to want, and I had to show up and do my best and present myself, but he made it a little bit easier for me. And like that was that biggest thing. He gave me the encouragement, and like he was always there, you know, asking how you're doing, and like mock interviews, things like that. And then I started working, and you know, I started to feel like I was what I wanted, another member of society, just another person. I was able, you know, my father is a huge supporter, and slowly able to start to make little payments for bills and just start to take over little things. And through having the job, I got that like confidence, and I went for another job interview, and I got it at a restaurant. And I moved up to the restaurant, now I'm a chef there. And like that's been a life dream of mine, to cook at a restaurant, to be a chef. I mean, if you talk to my father, anybody in my family raised cooking my entire life at a young age, you know? And to have that dream come true and to be given that opportunity, and to now, you know, and these are all material things, but they're things that come from when you work and you're able to pay your bills and things like that. I bought a used car. I have an apartment I was able to move out of sober living. You know, I live with 2 other sober people. When bills come in, I don't have to worry about like, am I going to make it to the next paycheck, you know? And for everything that Charles said that he was working to get me to, you know, financial stability and all those different things, the Goodwill was behind me the entire way. You know, checking up on me. Charles has come to both jobs when I work at both places just to check up on me and see how I was doing. And to always have a person behind me, and to know that I had a person, but it was like a big extended family. I didn't look at it like the Goodwill Corporation was behind me. It was like the Goodwill family was behind me. And to have that, and to today be able to show up at work and feel a part of. And I work long hours, you know. Being a chef, you put in sometimes 60 hours a week. And you're up at 3:30 in the morning to make it to work. But like that's just a part of life at that point, and I absolutely love it. But it never would have gotten to this point without that little boost back then, you know, finding that simple job as a barista, you know, something I loved and done before, but getting me back in and slowly integrating me back into to be a member of society. Because when you have the record, you have those kind of things, and you've been separated from society for so long, just to be thrown back in is the most nerve-wracking thing you're ever going to encounter. but when you have the support of people behind you, you have the support of your family, you have the support of, as I like to call my big extended family now. You know, I feel like I can tackle anything. And I don't know, I'm truly grateful for it. Because my dad's over there. You know, today to have the ability to be a son, and be a son that is, he always wanted, like, doing something that he loved and be productive. And be a productive member of society, and really wake up and be happy, and go to work. And, you know, for my father to be here today, it's a blessing from the heart. You know, God's brought some wonderful gifts into my life. And I don't know, I would never take away what brought me here, and that path that led up to it, because it made me a stronger person than I am today. But I had the help of Goodwill and from the workforce development, from Charles and from Rick